To the growing numbers of Formbyites and members of the George Formby Society. Next weekend they'll be meeting in Halifax, and they've just returned from an exhausting 2 days of Formbyitis in Blackpool. Now, fans of George Formby, the Lancashire cheeky chappie, know no age barriers, as you'll see in a minute. But first, here's a reminder of the great man and the style that's endeared him to generations of film buffs all over the world.
My profession, I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. At 8 o'clock a girl she wakes, at 8:05 a bath she takes, at 8:10 my ladder breaks. Well, cleaning windows.
Well, Dennis Taylor, you're fresh back from the shenanigans at Blackpool. Now, obviously, George Formby, a Lancashire lad, but there's a huge support for George among Yorkshire people, isn't there?
That's right. There are quite a few members in Yorkshire. There must be around 50 or 60 of us, and from a total membership of 500, that's quite a slice of enjoyment.
Because there was a flourishing, or there is a flourishing, Yorkshire Ukulele Society.
That's right, that's right. It is associated with the George Formby Society, because most of the members of the Yorkshire Ukulele Circle are members of the George Formby Society.
So what do you do when you gather for these two marvellous days at Blackpool and 3 times a year?
That's right, we have a wonderful time, really. We start the Saturday by people meeting together when they all chat along, and it's so nice to see old friends. And then in the afternoon we have a youngsters concert, when we get the youngsters up and they play along the George Formby songs. And it's nice to see the youngsters, of course, because they're so important to the future life of the George Formby Society. In the early evening we usually have a George Formby film, and from sort of 9 o'clock onwards we then have a concert where the better members play, of course. The Sunday is almost a repeat of that, but it's another big piece of enjoyment that we all love.
I'm a big fan, don't get me wrong, but doesn't it, after 2 days of it, with everyone strumming along and going, hey, 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 doesn't it just get a bit tedious at the end?
Not at all. We love him so much, you see, and we love his music so much that we can't get enough, to be quite honest. We'd like the meetings to go on even longer.
Well, we're going to see 3 of your stars
right.
now, stars from the weekend. 2 of them are from Yorkshire, and 1 of them is from Wigan. Who are we going to see?
We're going to see Lionel Owen from Wakefield. Lionel's 62, been playing a long time. Anthony Mason from Wigan, Anthony's 16. And our youngest playing member, Michael Davis, he's 4. 4 years old.
4 years old, well, we look forward to that. OK, but first, though, from Wakefield, here's Lionel Owen.
In our family, we've got a heirloom. They handed it to me a year ago. It's been in our possession since Grandad was a lad. I'll tell you what it is and then you'll know. It's me Grandad's flannelette night shirt. In it I was christened one day. In the church that were in the world, no one seemed to know if I were boy or girl. That I'd 1 or 2 and they were in a mess. But it's all right, said the preacher rather curt. Been and had a quiz and I found out what it is by his granddad's flannelette shirt. Lordy, lordy, me granddad's flannelette shirt.
Now the other day I got an invitation to go and join a nudist colony. And as the life is healthy and in the open air, I trotted off as happy as can be. In my granddad's flannelette night shirt, I walked up to the door. Someone said, now don't make a fuss, just take off your clothes and you'll be like us. Well, I was bashful, so I stayed by myself, but with the girls I didn't want to flirt. But when I was asleep, they all came and had a peep at me granddad's flannelette shirt. Lordy, lordy, granddad's flannelette shirt.
Yes, and bravo, Anthony. Anthony Mason there. Now, of course, he does the voice. You don't all do the voice, do you?
No, Anthony does a good impersonation of George, but most people don't do it. We just strive to play as well as George on the ukulele banjo.
Right, well, here's now a young lad that couldn't possibly do the voice because he's only 4, but he plays a mean ukulele. He's only 4, as we say. He's called Michael Davis.
That's right. Born
Born in Doncaster. And, well, he's obviously from a Formby family.
He certainly is, his grandfather being the influence there.
OK, well, so Michael Davis, we'll say goodnight with Michael's rendition of With a Little Stick of Blackpool Rock. There you go, Michael.
As the air and thunder comes did Latin now on again. Every day, wherever I stray, the kids around me flock. Afternoon, the band conductor up on the stand. I'll somehow lost his back and his flew out of his hand. I jumped in his face and I couldn't to the band. In the little stick of bark, walk, go on. In the little stick of bark, walk. On the common night I stroll. They say it's sticky but I never complain. It's nice to have a nibble at it now on again. Every day, wherever I stray, the kids around me flock. Afternoon, the band conductor up on the stand. Somehow lost his bat and it flew out of his hand. I jumped in his face and I couldn't do the man. When your little stick of bark flew up. Up on the stand. Thank you. Turned out nice again.